Welcome to Strategize Makeover Rent. Today we're going to look at one very interesting development. It's called Sfera at Puchong South. Now the first question before we move into our analysis, I have this question in my mind: what the heck is Puchong South? Because you know, Puchong is Puchong, then south of Puchong is where is it? Now, exactly same question when I heard of Kiara North, Bangsa South. When I actually look at this development, the so-called Puchong South is in Seri Kembangan to be exact. Now, this area is sort of like only people who stay there knows that area really well. And it caught the eyes of investors when actually MEX Highway helped to ease the traffic and the travel distance and time to KL. With MEX Highways, you can get into city center with just 15-20 minutes, of course, with good traffic condition. So that actually caught the eye of investors, and also there are planned MRT lines. So it's being built, that's why people are looking into it. I mean, the property price increased, people are looking outward, and Seri Kembangan is one of the areas. It's quite developed, there are locals there, your basic needs can be fulfilled. So that's Puchong South. Okay. So let's move on to the numbers. Three parts again. First thing is the basic information. Second thing, we analyze what is the surrounding rental analysis. And the last one is 10 years cash flow. Okay, when we look at Sfera, it is quite low dense. In fact, it's about 519 units there. And the units that we are going to analyze today is actually a 3-bedder unit. And the size, so it ranged from 980 to about 1k square feet. And the loan amount, I use an average, it's about 450k. And the installment with 450k is about 2250 per month. Okay, now next thing we need to ask, if I were to fully furnish, how much? Now, I did an estimation, it's about 38 to 40k lah. The other one, partly furnished, that means with lightings, with fan, aircon, all these things, to make it livable, it's about 15k. Because Sfera comes in a bare condition, that's why it requires slightly higher cost to furnish it. And of course, don't forget about the stamp duty. When we do our transfer of title, MOT, is about 8k. So these are the basic information that we need to look at. We need to look at the rental analysis to see what are the estimated rental we can get there, either with fully furnished or partly furnished. Okay, again, look at the same iconic chart that we used to create. The fully furnished highest that we can see around different platforms is 2004. And then the lowest fully furnished is about 1007. Now, for partly furnished, that means quite bare lah. Minimal furnishing is about 1001 only. This is the lowest that we can find. So, the next thing we need to look at is what are the surroundings properties, the competing ones. Actually, one of the development that we can compare is 3 Elements. It's pretty near, and I think it was completed quite just a few years back. I think it's quite comparable. So the average fully furnished 3-bedder rental there is 1009 average. So by looking at this chart, analysis part, we are going to use about 2002. In fact, there's actually a makeover unit that was done, rented out at range like this, 2002 for fully furnished. For partly furnished, we use slightly lower because we need to compete on price, 1001. So now let's move on to the last part, 10 years cash flow, and see how it performed. Okay, let's draw our chart again. For capital appreciation, same thing, 5% HPI. So the property is estimated to be 700k lah, with 5 years annual increment. So the total increment here, capital appreciation, you're talking about 250k. The next thing is, as investors, again, our question is to ask, fully furnished how? Partly furnished how? What should I do? So for partly furnished, as what we have shared earlier, the first year spending, of course, is lesser lah. The net cash flow is negative 33k. At year 10, as it accumulates, so at year 10 is about 156k, so quite steep. And then for fully furnished, we will spend higher because totally bare unit. The first year cash flow is negative 48k, about 49k. And at year 10, because the rental rate is higher, so 10 years cash flow is just negative 41k, about that. Now the difference, quite steep when you look at it, it's about 115k. So as an investors, again looking at numbers itself, if we were to have the spare cash and we would like to maximize our investment in Sfera for 3-bedder, looking at the numbers, we should be doing fully furnished instead of competing at partial at a really low price, about 1,000 each, 1,001, 1,002 like that. If you enjoyed this episode, please help us to like and share it to your friends. Also, please do comment below and let us know what other developments you would like us to look into, and let's see how they perform.